Hey students, it's Mr. Graham here. I'm going to teach you my sure strategies for conquering the STAAR revising and editing multiple choice questions you'll face this year. And the first good news I have for you is there's actually only one strategy. Do something about each answer choice. I'll say it again. Do something about each answer choice. The deal is, each answer choice is kind of like its own question. You have to look at it closely, evaluate it, and decide, is this the correct answer or not? Is this the best answer or not? Let me tell you a couple of things that all of these multiple choice revising and editing tests have in common. First, fake kids. That's right. The people who write these tests invent imaginary children, 7th graders just like you, and they have these students write essays, write personal narratives so that you can help them. I'm putting it in air quotes because they're not real people. So that you can help them improve their writing. You can help them by revising and editing their writing. So here's an example of what I'm talking about from the directions of one of these tests. It says, Gene got interested in names and decided to write about the topic. So he wrote an essay about names. Interesting. Here's another example. Lee wrote about an event that is important to him. Read his paper and think about how he could revise it, then answer the questions. First of all, guys, Lee's not real. Gene's not real. But Lee wrote what kind of composition? If you said personal narrative, you're right. And here's his personal narrative. Now you can kind of see a picture of him. It's a bad copy, but he's fishing. It's open day of the fishing season. We live in the suburbs. Yeah, we'll read it later. I want to break down more of these two types of questions that you'll see on these tests and quizzes. There are revising questions and there are editing questions. They look the same, but they're a little bit different. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's start by talking about revising questions. So, you know it's a revising question because it'll have a specific goal. I call it the revising goal. In the question, the kid is going to tell you what he's working on, just like in our writing conferences. The question will say, this kid wants to improve this aspect of his paper or her paper. Help them choose the best way to change it. And so the weird thing about these revising questions is there's not really a right answer, or there's not one right answer. So what I like to do is pick the best answer out of the choices you have, and one strategy I use is I'll rank the answer choices. So if you have A, B, C, and D, and I like D best, I'll make that first place. I'll make B second place. A's almost as good as B. Third place. C was a ridiculous answer choice, so we're going to make it fourth place. When you find the revising goal in the question, you'll want to underline it or identify it in some way. Hey, this is my revising goal. Here's an example. Which of these is the best way for Lee to combine sentences 7 and 8? What's the revising goal that Lee has? That's right, he wants to combine sentences 7 and 8. So if you have an answer choice that doesn't actually combine sentences 7 and 8, then that's not the right answer choice. And if you have an answer choice that combines sentences 7 and 8 in a way that makes less sense or creates a grammar error, then that's not your right answer. Let's look at some more. Lee wants to add this sentence to the 4th paragraph. Where's the best place for him to insert the sentence? What's his goal? Insert this sentence into the 4th paragraph in the best place. Let's look at a couple more. Lee wants to add details, here's that word, between sentences 18 and 19 to flesh out paragraph 6. I guess that means make it fatter, make it have more detail in it. which of these questions should he not add? Look at them trying to confuse us with this not. So his revising goal is not to add one of these questions. I guess the other 3 questions would be okay to add, but not that one. And then this is a classic. Which sentence in the last paragraph should delete? So there's his revising goal right there. Which sentence should he delete? You're going to go back to the last paragraph, and you are going to read those sentences in the whole paragraph and decide which one doesn't fit. Your other teachers might get mad at you when I tell you this part of our strategy, but come here. You don't have to read the passage before you answer the questions. Just read the passage if you need to. So if there's a question about adding a sentence because it fits with the overall main idea of the essay, then read the whole essay so you can know what the main idea of the essay is. But if it's just asking you about one part of the essay, just go read that part and then answer the question. Let's talk about editing questions. For these, there is a clear right answer because mistakes have been made. And there is one right answer. All of the other answer choices, if you pick them, will result in a mistake being made in the story or the narrative. So here's Gene wrote about the name of the president. We're gonna skip to the questions. Check it out. What change, if any, should Gene make in sentence 2? That's a classic. That's a classic editing question. Sentence starter. Check it out. Option 1 says change certificate to certificate. Like it's got the girl Kate's name in it. I know that that is not the way you spell certificate. And so by changing the correct spelling of certificate to a wrong spelling, I would be making that sentence have a mistake in it. So I can eliminate answer choice A. I know that's not right. Change official, O-F-F-I-S-H-U-L, to O-F-F-I-C-I-A-L. Now I'm a great speller, so I know that this one is the right way to spell it. So I'm going to put a happy face. And I know that that's the wrong way to spell it. So changing a wrong spelling to a right spelling would make that better. It would fix something that's wrong with the sentence. So without even going back and reading the sentence, I know that answer choice B is the correct answer. Now look, change documents to documents. It's like spelled the way you spell breath mints right there. I know that's the wrong way to spell it, so I know I can eliminate C. And then make no changes, choice D. And if I know if sentence 2 is spelling official like O-F-F-I-S-H-U-L, then D is wrong too, because I know there's a wrong answer in that sentence. Let's look at this one right here. What change, if any, should Gene make in sentence 5? Now it's asking you to remove or add commas. If you take out a comma that's supposed to be there, it's going to make the sentence wrong. If you add a comma where there doesn't need one, you're going to make the sentence wrong. So you've got to look at each answer choice and go through and try it out. Write that in your notes. If it's telling you to make a change, go try the change out and see if it makes the sentence better or worse. Let's look at one more. Look at question 3 right here. What change, if any, should Gene make in sentence 10? Well, again, I could go back and read sentence 10, but national to national. I'm going to go back and see if that's actually talking about a proper name of a company or something. Change presidents to presidents. I know unless it's saying President Washington or President Obama that the P doesn't need to be capitalized. Change American to American. Well, shoot, look. I know American has to be capitalized. So if it's telling me to make American lowercase, I know that is not a right answer, so I can already eliminate it. Let's go back and look at sentence 10. The national mood, yeah, that needs to be lowercase. It's just talking about the mood in the nation, was more casual for some later presidents, comma, regardless of their actual accomplishments or importance in American history. Alright, I like that, American. Okay. So, the national, I don't like that one. I think no change should be made. So that's it, guys. It takes a lot of time, but when you finish answering questions using these strategies, trying it out, process of elimination, ranking the answer choices if there's a revising goal, if you're doing something about each answer choice, you're going to finish the quiz being really confident that you got the answers correct. It's that simple. Bye-bye.